John on True, and welcome to part 1 of my Let's Play of Star Trek Online. This is my Romulan Republic Tactical Officer. We're going to take a venture from the infancy of the Republic, joining the Federation as an ally, and just going away to the end of the game, really. I'm the Big B82, and let's get this show on the road. So this is the starting screen. Now, I have decided to make a tactical officer because I do have a Romulan engineer. The problem with Romulan ships is the fact that pretty much all of them are tactically orientated, because the Romulans have always been in Star Trek universe have always been an aggressive, militaristic race, so it would make sense that pretty much all their ships, except for a select few, are actually orientated towards tactical. So now you can fly Federation ships and Klingon ships if you like with the Klingons. So I could be a science officer and fly Federation science vessels, but I want to try and keep this as authentic Romulan as possible, so I'll try to fly only Romulan ships. It might get to the point where I will have to fly a Federation vessel. I hope it doesn't get to that, but I'll do my best. Now the game now does mean I can fly a tier 6 ship if I wanted to, and just go with that all the way through, but I'm going to try to play it as it used to be, which is you earn your ship every time you rank up. When you go 10 ranks, you get a new ship. You go to the thing, go to your command to wherever you are, get your ship, and then so on. That's every 10 ranks up to level 40, when they give you an equivalent ship that could theoretically fight its way through. But that's enough of the introductory crap. Let's get on with it. Now there is over there, you can see the Romulan Legendary bundle. I do have that, but I decided that will take me straight to level 65. And I thought it wouldn't be realistic if I just go, hey, look at this, my character is straight level 65. I've already done it with another character, as you can probably see that, and then it's Drex Alex. I was going to make her this character, but to be a relation to the my other Romulan engineer. It's currently stuck because of a issue with Temple Ambassador. But let's get this show on the road. So let's go into the new character. So these are the 6 races you can do the 6 factions you can pick. Races, 6 factions you can pick. I am at some point going to be doing a Discovery Starfleet. That will be interesting because I'm just going to rip the piss out Discovery. I don't like Discovery. I don't like that uniform. I don't like anything about it, to be perfectly honest. The Dominion I'm not going to do, because they start right at the end of the game. You can go back and do other stuff with them, but it'll just be basically time travelling back to. They start in 2410 and then go back to 2499 and do the older missions. It's just a bit silly. I might do a brief one with a Dominion character, just to show it off. But I'm not going to do Dominion. I've already done TOS, so let's do where we are, the Romulan Republic. The Romulan Republic formed a space-going fleet in the aftermath of the destruction of their homeworld, initially tasked with defence. The Republic Fleet turned its attention outward to an effort to establish a new homeworld. Your story begins as a survivor of the Hoba supernova on a remote colony in the outer rim of the former empire. That's one of the ships we're going to be flying. That's a Dalan Warbird flying past there. So let's begin. Now, I've been thinking about what I'm going to do with this, and like do a traditional Romulan character, and, it being Romulan, Remans. Not against the Remans, but they're a bit. They're militaristic, but they're a bit. They make their appearance in their first real appearance in Nemesis, and to be perfectly honest, their appearance in that was pretty much forgettable. Or I could do a liberated Romulan Borg. I did think about this. I'm thinking, do I want to do a liberated Borg? And I'm thinking, no, we're going to do a traditional Romulan. We're going to be a Romulan. We survived the Hobus. We're a former Romulan naval officer, and we've decided, we after the destruction, we went, no, we were going to leave the military. We're going to go and have a little simple life on a colony, live the farmer's life, and that's how we're going to roll. Yeah, we're going to be a Romulan mount. As much as I want to do female, but do it now. So these are the three general characters, general careers you can do. The engineering, they're your tanks in space. They fly. Generally, they're supposed to fly cruisers and dreadnoughts. Stand there, take the punishment, and draw out all the threat to them. And on the ground, they can throw out turrets and shield and medical stuff. They're your support on the ground. Science. In terms of RPGs, they're your wizards. They're your magic dealers. In space, they throw out temporal anomalies and rip through shields and stuff. Also can confuse enemies and stuff. On the ground, they're your healers. They throw out all your healing items, medical tricorders and stuff like that. But this is who we're going to be. A tactical officer in the Romulan Republic. You defend your ship and your crew and take command in combat scenarios. Stealth, squad commands, and general and damage boosts are your tools, are the few tools in your arsenal. And you support your crew by drawing enemy fire and bolstering the effectiveness of your away team with superior tactics. Decisive strikes and overpowering tactics will aid you in protecting your fellow survivors. Jalon Shrew. Now, I have like a mini backstory in my head. I was going to type it out, but it's going to take forever on the PS4 to do that. Basically saying that I was a former officer, former tactical officer on the Romulan Warbird, and it's like we witnessed the destruction of Romulus. But then I'm thinking, wait a minute, that was in 2087, so that makes me quite old. But I'm thinking maybe what was a Romulan thing, so during the years following the fall of Hobus, the fall of the renewal of Romulus itself. So I served in the Navy under Taris, and in 2400 I went, no, screw this, I'm not going to follow Taris anymore. I'm going to just make a break for it to go to hear the words of the Tan, and I ended up saying bollocks to that too, and just settling on the colony of Virinat. Basically, I'm the person that says, you know what, I'm gonna fight, and then nah, screw it, I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna do something else. So, it's, some of the presets. That was more Vulcan than Romulan. We'll sort the uniform and stuff out after we've finished the tutorial. I think I'm keeping the traditional Romulan bowler hat, bowl cut. Keep true to my military heritage. Sexy seedy eyes, right? Brown eyes. Black hair. Again, sticking with traditional Romulans. Body, be relaxed. Be quite tall. If we're going to be a stern. Again, just keeping with our military background. We know how to fight. We know what we're doing. So this is the uniform, which is what I'll be running around with. I'm not going to mess about with that. And let's continue. Now, I haven't thought of a name for the guy, so let's do a random name. Marius. Sounds good. Devek. Marius. So I'll keep the ship name as it is, the USS Taron. Or USS Taron, I'm so used to the thing. RRW Taron. Let's engage. Now I will try and keep this more like it is, like a tutorial. Records have indicated I've already done it, which I have, but I want to play the tutorial, so I'm going to sit back and let you hear the introduction, and then we'll get the show on the road.
What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were. Dust, blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives within every ship we fly, upon every world we touch, in our hearts, in yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear, but you will overcome. You will survive. And answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world are long suffering. These are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must. We will. For we are Romulan.
7 years ago. January 2409, 2 weeks before the Borg attack on the Vega colony.
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats. The battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
Oh, here we are. I do like the Romulan start. I mean, the Federation, you start on the, you start in the academy. TOS, of course, you start in on board a TOS vessel. I mean, you can't beat the 60s. But yeah,
the right stick controls your camera.
Let's go and speak to Kev, obviously our friend.
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines. He's really worked up.
Kellids in the vines? That doesn't sound right.
Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
I'll look into it.
Interactable items have a glow around them. Walk up and press the X button to interact with the console.
Let's check our messages. Welcome, Davek Marius. You have 3 messages from Avek. The second and third messages have been flagged as redundant by the system. Playing message 1 now. Listen.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this.
Totavon. I'm going to listen to his second message. You know, it's been flagged as redundant, we'll still listen to it.
When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. Nobody appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone. Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. Dad, look, just get over here and take care of the Kellids, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape.
Let's just do his third message.
It's me again. Ignore the other message I sent. Lost my temper. I'm sorry. Or maybe that's why you're not here yet. I really could use your help, though. These Kellids are chewing through everything, and they won't stop. And no one here is even trying to help. They just keep bouncing me to other people. First to Tovan, then to Navala, then to you. What's next? Should I ask one of the kids? Just please come here soon. Thanks.
Tell Javon I'm on my. You're getting help. Tell Javon I'm back. Talk to Javon.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, you should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
I'll see you later.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
Let's go and get a disruptor.
Your plasma beam pistol has been automatically equipped. You can practice on the nearby bottles. Press the R2 button to attack. Hold the triangle button to holster and draw your weapon. To sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
Yeah, I've done all this. That's basically why I'm trying to get through it as quick as possible. Like, I know this. And there are people we can actually talk to. We've got the Keeper of the Law. Let's speak to Dara.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
I'm investigating issues with the Kellids at Avrek's farm.
Avrek? You're in for a fun day. I'm glad I don't have to deal with him. Anyway, do you want to hear any stories?
Tell me the story about the origin of the Romulans.
Almost 2,000 years ago, our people were Vulcans. At that time, Vulcan was a world of war, with constant struggles between the tribes. Serac changed that. He taught that peace came through logic. And if you ask me, not all Vulcans get that right. Serac said that people should master their emotions, not eliminate them. But not everyone on Vulcan wanted to give up love, or passion, or even anger. The Vulcans said these people marched beneath the Raptor's wings. Instead of fighting their own people, these Vulcans decided to leave in an event we call the Sundering. They boarded great colony ships and set out into unexplored space, looking for a home where they could live and feel as they wished. Eventually, those who marched beneath the Raptor's wings found Romulus and Remus. They created an empire. Although we share a genetic bond with the Vulcans, we are our own people. Never forget that.
Tell me about.
Want to hear another story?
Tell me about our people after our planet was destroyed.
The destruction of Romulus was a terrible thing. When we lost our home and our loved ones, we lost our soul. The people who survived were scattered and leaderless. Survival was a daily struggle. There were some fights for control before Empress Sela took over, but I never paid much attention. That Taurus woman was never going to get far. Now Sela and the Tal Shiar are attempting to rebuild the strength of the Romulan Star Empire, but they do so with fear and oppression. Steer clear of them if you can. People like us should just try to stay out of the Tal Shiar's way. Life is more important than politics or power. There are a lot of Romulans who just wander from planet to planet because there's no place to call home anymore. We're lucky to have Virinat. This is a good place. A place to put down roots. Without that, we're just dust, scattered by the winds of fate. Do you want to hear another story?
Tell me about the founding of this colony.
Virinat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all, and they were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Maori found them, about 10 years ago. The Maori was the commander of an old warbird. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Virinat, they decided to stay. Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Maori, he runs the whole colony now. Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first.
What is it?
When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see. And I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years.
Now, I kind of said that about 10 years ago I was a member of the... I was a tactical officer on a warbird, but this kind of helps us. I mean, I say I was part of the Mallory's crew. I was part of his security team.
One of the few that saw the Maori as a captain. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight. I think I've kept you for too long. See you later.
I'll see you later. A young ensign serving my captain in a tactical aspect. It's kind of nice to kind of set up my backup on my backstory there. Okay. Let's go and help out the farmer boy. Back.
Finally. Which message? Never mind that. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local Kellet insects. Something's driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard.
We can't have that now, can we? I'll start repairing the pipes.
Excellent. Excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellet shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
I'll handle it.
Interactions can be interrupted by movement or combat.
Not all of them. Now you're telling fibs. Alright, mate. All sorted now for you, mate.
The flooding has stopped, but if those Kellets come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. Navala might be able to help. She's goofing off again. She knows all about Kellets. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
I'll find out what Novello knows.
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for me.
Right. I'll get going. It is a beautiful planet, though. I do like the Romulan. I do like the Romulan Star. It's pretty cool. Now, do have I need to set that to auto. So on the PS4, and I'm sure it's the same on the Xbox, we don't have all the tooltips that the PC has. So console world, we have to do things differently. Weapons and stuff on ships automatically fire for us, but you have to come in here to set it to do auto. You come in and it says auto execute, and just making sure that my hypos kick off. Make damage. Don't have any other additional abilities. Acquire pulmonary resuscitation. That's only to help an ally who's dead, on the ground, or unconscious, and any bridge officers. Right, I think that covers that. Let's go and speak with Navala.
Just in time. Did you talk with Avarak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellids are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
I'll see what I can find. So we're gonna go and start shooting shit up now.
Enemies have a chance to drop items. An item is dropped for you. Move near the item and it will be automatically added to your inventory.
It's gonna make stuff easier for us.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellid carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellids have never come out of the cavern before. Oh, this is so strange.
Something might be happening in the cavern. I'll check it out.
You're right. The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
I'll be careful. Are these guys going to attack me? I think they are now. We've got two abilities on our gun. On our disruptor pistol. We have this one. R2 is normal fire, and then R1 is split beam. I'll cover the weapon stuff when I get off the tutorial. You don't have to worry about that. That's a big bug. Guys, I don't want to make it difficult. I don't want to kill you on the first mission. Okay. Some dead ones here. Kelly, there's a large gas across his abdomen. Interesting. What the? What is that? It's like a mechanical spider. That doesn't look natural. What the? Just disable a strange machine. Go and tell Navarro what the hell it was.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kellids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. Devex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply, and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
That's ironic. I'm called Devek and he's called Devex. Right, let's go and ask Devex about the samples. And here he is.
What do you need with an old space hound like me?
Show Devex these strange samples you found.
I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
Okay, so because you can start again. Because we're a tactical officer, we can do the tactical option. But if you're an engineer, you have the engineering option. Science, if you're a science officer, and so on. Throughout the game, we'll have certain points like this where our chosen path will come into effect, and it's like saying like this is a tactical option and stuff like that. So here we are. So tactical, may I use your equipment to break down these biological samples?
Good idea. When we ran into something like this before, we were able to stop the spores from reproducing by bombarding them with tachyons. We have the equipment here to replicate that procedure.
Thanks. I'll let you know what I find.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Yeah, I just said that. I'll break down the components. Return to Devex with our findings.
I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again.
You thought that it was related to this beacon?
That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi. We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns.
What do we do now? Tell the Malorian what we found.
That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
Okay, so we're going to speak to our former captain, the Malori. Now, I wonder if he will take that into consideration when we spoke to the law person, said that we were a member of his crew. If he will say that. Right, speak to Malori, madam.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration.
That's fine, but we have a bigger problem.
That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks.
It was my honor.
I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
I'll do that. Thank you, Mallory. Now we can roam around. I think it'll let us roam around, so we relay the introduction there.
Hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu and contact Tolan Kev.
This is how Tolan Kev. We don't really want. There's nothing else for us to do now. We spoke to the Lord Master, so.
Are you done for the day? I'm just finishing up too. I'm going to head back to the restaurant. Meet me for a drink when you're done.
I'll meet you there.
Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is someone named Atan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Atan. Atan was a little boy in TNG. He brought Spock the book in Unification.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellet nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled. We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
Whoa.
Hey, are you hurt?
What's happening?
We're under attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and you have to do something. I'll help Devex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Boria to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Attention all guards. Get out of the... Holy shit.
Come in. Are you alright? What's happening over there? Did you find Forian?
It's too late, he's gone. Where are you?
I'm at the shipyard with Devex, and we're prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
I'll make it. Just get the shuttles ready.
It's the Tal Shiar. We need to call for help. We'll answer, but we have to do something. I tried to send a distress signal, but they damaged our transceiver array. We still have a chance, though. We need to deal with some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
I'm on it. Now we can equip the weapons. Now.
This is your character. Here you can see your equipped items and devices. Select any item slot for your captain and equip. Select the item. You can also view.
Okay. We're going over quickly. Now with the pistol, you see the bottom there. That's it. I can hear people being abducted in the background. That's not good. It says there the second ability is exposed. So when we expose somebody, you can get a chance with this one, which is exploit. You fire this thing's second ability, and it does more damage to the target, in an additional target, basically.
Press the triangle button to switch between your two equipped weapons.
I don't actually think there's anything like it.
They just keep coming. Get a battery from the marketplace. We need to send out a distress signal.
I don't actually think there's anything I can do about the ships dropping in. Now when it's exposed, now you see the flashing, you do that, bang. Alright. That's not shooting in the back. Adrenaline don't rock pistols.
Be careful in the market. It's completely overrun.
Can't stand against a Tal Shiar, but I bloody will.
This is Cap. Do you have the batteries?
Yes.
Just need to repair the device and send the signal.
I'll go over weapon stuff, basic. Oh, it's brief, that was. General rule is you carry one weapon that weapon that exposes and one weapon that exploits.
The signal is strong. Get to the shipyard. We're getting out of here.
Okay, come on, get the hell out of here.
The shuttle is ready. They got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Point of duty. We'll go over that again. We'll go over that when we sort this out. Let's board the shuttle and get the hell out of here. I'll cover more in part 2. It's just a tutorial which you can try to get through it as quick as possible. It is long. But that was basically covering ground combat. Now we're going to be covering space combat. which you do which is the predominant thing on this game, really.
This is Shuttle 5. We're taking heavy. Shuttle 10 coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were caught in the explosion.
They're not attacking. Vex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there.
A Talis warbird. It's like 23rd century technology, this thing. Okay, starting up. Approaching.
Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
I'll scan the old ships around here for what we need.
Press up to increase your ship speed. Press down to decrease your ship speed.
I am going to stay with the Talis. I could get the upgraded version, but yeah, I'll have to have a think. Scan for weapons.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Use the left stick to pitch downward or upward, as well as to turn left or right.
If you ever watched the Balance of Terror, TOS episode, that's where this ship makes its glorious appearance. And that episode is damn good. I mean, damn good. Also appear in Picard as well.
Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we can just use our torpedoes to finish them off.
Will do.
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it.
What cloaking device? Full impulse. We don't have any sight abilities, and we don't have any other general abilities. Alright, so you must just to fire our torpedoes, but because on the PS4 and Xbox.
Use your torpedo to attack enemies who are not shielded. Warning, ship is under attack.
Scrap neutronium. We can use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird.
Same on the Xbox. The weapons, the beam arrays will automatically fire now. I can't go to full impulse yet. Get rid of the scrap neutronium.
An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item to automatically loot it.
3 more of these should get this hull good to go.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Good shot. Vex will be happy to see this old warbird get some use. Safe to say, weapons are fully online.
Indeed they are. Plasma torpedoes, and I think also try Cobalt.
Time to take out the Tal Shiar satellites dead ahead.
Use your plasma beam to weaken shielded targets.
Yeah. Are the only ones that fire high yield. I think try Cobalt is probably the only one that's permanent. I never really used them, to be perfectly honest. Because
Target your torpedoes on an enemy when their shield is down.
Great. All systems are go and full impulse is back online. I'm picking up a distress signal nearby. It must be people from the colony. More colonists managed to escape the surface.
Let's go save the colonists.
The distress signal is close. Searching.
Oh, the music's back.
There! We have to help them!
Now, I should be able to fire up full
Hold
impulse.
the up button to activate and deactivate full impulse.
Or you can just click on it and make it there. But now, cloaking is good.
Turn off full impulse. There's a tall Shi'ar drone dead ahead.
Now, there is sometimes an issue with cloaking devices that sometimes you can't decloak, so I won't be using the cloaking device. Where's the level above?
I'm back on the bridge. I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists and tall Shi'ar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
Good. Good to have you on the bridge, Kev.
Press the circle button to activate high-yield torpedo. High-yield torpedo will increase the power of your next torpedo attack. Warning.
Yeah, but it's a slow torpedo. It can also be destroyed, which she's not saying there, but it can. No, not done for. I am here to help. Yeah. Oh shit. Don't worry, we have to howl till on the carries on our bridge, but
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be coming in to do sweeps in the area.
walk to the next area. Really shouldn't warp inside the system.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. What should we do?
We'll scan them. We need to know who or what they are. Spectator no more.
They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. What do you want me to do?
Open a channel and ask them what they want with our ship.
We're getting a reply. What the... They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen.
Listen? Sovereign?
I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tall Shi'ar. It's decloaking.
Get ready for a fight. Oh shit, it's a Deradex.
So the Alachi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, you cannot escape your obligations? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakiv of the Tal Shiar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited.
It sounds like you're going to make me a slave, and that I can only respond with these words: never. We'll fight you with our last breath.
Fire weapons at will.
This is Tamer of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel. Stand down immediately.
Tamer! How fortunate! I can destroy both of you!
Target shields have failed.
3 level 1 again. This is this is so painful. Yeah, I'm doing that now.
So balance out your shield strengths by diverting power away from your stronger shields.
So the insect has managed to sting me. You think you won? This is not the end. Even now, more of my ships are on their way. And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you.
I don't need anyone in protection, Hakiv.
I am Tamer, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here?
Explain what happened to the colony.
I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Ilachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them and why they're working with a snake like Hakiv. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader, Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
Now, I'm gonna go down the line that I'm a former, like I said, I'm a former Romulan Imperial or naval officer. So I'm gonna. My heart would say no, I ain't gonna any part of you, but it means that the Tal Shiar just tried to murder me. I would say I'll help you.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
It's my honor to assist you in your fight.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess siding with Tamer is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
Just warp us to the flotilla. Home no more. We're abandoning Virinat.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, assistant to Commander Tamer. Please follow me to the Commander's quarters. There is much to discuss. Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There is much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around while the other stays and talks with Tamer.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Okay. We speak to Tamir.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you.
I'm here to join the fleet.
Good to see you and Tovankev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Datan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have.
Let's ask him some questions, because we've got the chance. So, what did Datan do to form the Republic?
Ha! What hasn't Datan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Datan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else?
Datan wants to unify the Romulans and the Vulcans?
That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, three, counting the Remans. Datan was inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Datan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Datan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else?
What's your role around here?
I am the commander of this fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Datan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence. Is there anything else?
No, I'm ready for what's next.
What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Hakiv and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
I'm in.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Okay, so we speak. What we'll do the tour of the flotilla. It's not exactly a big place, but I'll do most of the cosmetic stuff offline.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective.
You don't really have to worry about the. It'll probably be the only time you get to see the flotilla. So, he is the guy to customize clothing. No. Oh. It's a pleasure to meet you, Maris. Everyone has heard about the RRW Terran and what happened at your colony. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But from what we're trying to stop, Sunday settlements like Virinat will be safe. I'm a tailor, which means I can alter your appearance and outfit, or those of your bridge officers. We can find other tailors in social areas. Yeah, and I'll do this offline because, as you can tell, it's a bit touchy. So customize our ship. I think we get to meet the Tan in this bit. Here is Splurb. Customize our ship. So welcome to the flotilla, Lieutenant. I'm the ship tailor. You can help you change the interior and exterior. No point in changing the interior. And blah 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 blah. So, sure, show customize the ship. Customize the starship. So, currently only have the Talis. Now we have the Age of Romulan look. We have the Reman. Let's make it look like a Reman ship. There's the Romulan Type A, Type A00, and Romulan Type C, Type 3. Now, we'll do that. Have to have it with a decal on the bottom. Old school. Yeah, we'll leave it aged. Like it's an old girl. Yeah, we'll leave it aged. Changing the interiors, Romulan layout. Save changes. That should have the decal on the bottom. And that is the ship modification. Yeah, I get to speak to the Kang. But I've got other stuff to do before I leave the flotilla. Add all my stuff that I've had made elsewhere. I'll speak to the 10.
Hello again. Now that you're settling in, I wanted to speak with you about what our overall goals will be. First and foremost, we are looking for a new planet to call home. Tamer and his crew are handling that search. While the search continues, I am working on any possible alliances that we can make with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We will need allies if we are to proceed. Your task will be the protection and recovery of other Romulans spread throughout this sector.
Are there many other colonies?
We are finding more by the day. Some have already joined us, but others do not believe in our cause. It will be up to you and your crew to protect these colonies from the Tal Shiar and to recruit anyone willing to assist us. Do you have any questions? If not, I would suggest you return to your ship. Tamer will have his orders ready for you.
Will an alliance with the Federation and the Klingons work?
I do not know. Our history of deception with both groups definitely does not help. The Tal Shiar, however, will not attack the fleet for now. Sela would see such a direct action as too great a risk. She much prefers to work in the shadows. Let me worry about our potential allies. While you're away, I will be working with diplomats from both sides to come to an agreement we can all live with.
Has Tamer found a suitable planet for us to colonize?
Not yet. He and his crew have been assisting Romulan colonies throughout the region, and he has not been able to focus his efforts on the search. With you here, however, Tamer's mission to find a new homeworld can begin. He will be sending scout ships to analyze nearby planets. We'd prefer to find a suitable world in this sector, but we'll expand our search if we need to do so.
Very well. I'll head back to my ship.
Sounds like we've got our orders. If you're ready, I can beam you back to the ship. However, before that, I need to ask a favor. I have a sister. Her name is Rena Kev. She and I were separated a long time ago. I want to try to find her. As we're doing our missions, could you try to ask about Rena? Thanks.
I'll do what I can and be back to the ship. Which is what you'll probably do. You play through as a this, you get to this point, you go, fuck it, I'm gonna walk around this bloody place anymore. I want to carry on. And we're back in the Beta Quadrant.
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Hold the X button to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Turn In to report to the contact and turn in the mission.
Turn in complete mission, so there we are. We explored the flotilla. We held.
All set to go, I trust? Good. There is a lot to do. Your first target is already under attack by the Tal Shiar. There's no time to lose. Greet.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And all my extra stuff kicks in. Thank you. vigilant, the impressive, the magnificent, the valiant. Virinat, you wish to congratulate you on your success. Right, we'll...
Greetings. I have new orders
But,
for...
and so we are done now with part 1 of my Romulan Republic playthrough. We'll be carrying on, of course, with part 2 with the Helix. We have skills to sort out, which I don't know whether I'll go over in the next episode what they are.
Skills will increase your effectiveness in both space. Skills will increase your effectiveness in both space and ground combat. Reaching each milestone. Select any skill to see a full description of the benefits gained by purchasing it.
I'll probably go over that in the start of the next part. Let's just go over skills and also weapons choices and stuff like that. And also I'm going to change some abilities up. If I can, I think. No, it's only instant abilities, so there's not much point. But and I'm the Big BH2. Please subscribe. Comments are welcome for if you want to carry on watching more of the Romulan Republic. I also have a.
If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from... Greetings.
Also have a Tosk era character going on as well. He's nearing the end of his things, and then I'll have a Discovery one coming up, which pretty much be the same like this, just going over the game. And I'll see you in part 2. Until then, ciao for now.